Victoria Lee, her second shot at the par 5 18th.
She's just making the turn, looking to take advantage of the easiest hole on the course. And will she ever?
The members know this is a par 4, par 5 for the tournament, and she would make eagle. Pressel looking at some of the action from earlier. Paraguay's Sofia Garcia for birdie at 15.
5 birdies on her card already to this point. Rolls that one in, curls it in around the hole.
This is Cassie Porter, a rookie from Australia at the 15th.
From long range, giving it plenty of pace.
Hole got in the way. He's had a nice rookie season. The veteran from Korea, Mi-hyung Lee at the 14th.
4 birdies and an eagle to this point already, taking advantage of just great scoring conditions out there today.
Well, let's look at some of Celine's highlights today. There were a lot of them. This was at the 6th.
Beautiful roll right there, never left the center of the hole.
She's got a chance here to get it back to even.
When you see all those low scores out there this morning, you feel like being over par. You got to fight your way back.
As an LPGA member, after a few misses earlier in the season, that was at the ShopRite.
Can sometimes be just enough to settle you down. Miss a few cuts, you're feeling stressed. Sometimes it just takes.
Was a really well played hole in general, so absolutely deserved that birdie. Had a chance at the US Women's Open, but hasn't quite had it today. This is a wedge.
Yeah, again.
But that was well played.
Gabby Ruffles at the par 3 15th.
Predominantly players today have come up short on this hole. That's where we've seen a lot of players putt from. Hole location all the way in the back today. That one got a nice hop forward, though. Well judged. And that one looked like a good roll. Just wiggled left at the very end.
Hit on going with just a wedge. And I think we saw the ball sitting down nicely in the morning.
Just an incredibly important award all the way around. Takeda, tough day. And we don't say that very often.
Ball striking.
Hole location near the front, but I don't see this being a problem for her.
Good smooth swing. Just trying to get it to fall right. Nicely done.
Kaylee McGinty. This is a birdie putt at the 13th. You do wonder what you said earlier. What could one cut made mean? Boutier second at 12.
It's from 71, bringing it in low.
Sweltering heat and humidity in Mexico 3 weeks ago, then went to Erin Hills. It was about half the temperature as the heat index. To the par 5 14th. Davey Weber second.
Hole location. Tough hole location today on the top of the crest of a hill. Very well done.
So even with this short shot, really allowing for some potentially hit and release. Kind of like that.
Oh my gosh, showing off why she's the best iron player, one of the best iron players on tour.
With a 5-iron in her hand, Grant. Really nicely struck. Little breeze hurting from the right.
She just has such a neutral swing path. There's very little movement to her ball.
Birdie putt, a long one for Akie, EY.
And that backstroke was almost hip high there to that putt. What a stroke.
Needed to go a little farther, maybe, to go in. What a putt from Akie.
There aren't many putts of that length on this whole golf course. And putting greens not really big enough to practice one that length either.
It's almost end zone to end zone.
Just outside the left with this putt here. You can be aggressive with it up the hill. Vamos.
Vamos? Why not? How about that? This was just a moment ago. The French Canadian, Modemy LeBlanc.
Trying to punch cut something under that tree. Look at this shot. Wow.
Très bien.
You could sit there all day and not.
It just looks like there's nothing much to the right of it or behind it when you're standing on this tee, so that's why players are erring on the side of left of this one.
And on one of the most aggressive lines we've seen. It's going to be slow as well.
Okay.
All's well that ends well right there, Grant. Excellent stroke. Good putting can make up for a lot.
Tap in birdie. Hit on you.
She, if anything, fades the ball a little bit, so I was going to say, it'd take dead aim. This would fit her eye.
Check out this awkward shot at 16 for Pauline Rousseau-Bouchard.
So quick from over there. Went with the blade. What a choice.
Carolina Lopez-Chacara. I mean, they're just going in from everywhere.
Yeah, she has tremendous confidence with that club.
Even though she's only got 114, I'm not sure that hers will get high enough to be affected by that wind. This is well played.
I mean, I didn't have quite the same experience as in college, but I did, have my grandparents and travel with my grandparents, and they were very helpful for me in my travels early on tour.
Ralph actually has a decent lie and a shot to the hole. Going at it with a 5-iron, which sounded solidly struck in a good line. Just a matter of how it hits and releases.
Very nicely. She has a very simple and efficient golf swing. Not a lot of excess movement, especially with her lower body. She's not a very tall player, but really makes the most of her golf swing.
This is Akie at the 15th.
Just off the putting surface. Right to left break. Well, it ended up being fairly straight, but good speed.
First player in the history of the LPGA Tour to shoot 2 rounds of 62 or lower in the same week. That was in Thailand. To Kay's point earlier about how explosive Akie. This is Kaylee McGinty, her third at the par 5 18th.
Not the best angle from here. Hit it into the upslope, try and get some cut spin, and does that beautifully.
Only the speed, I would think, Morgan.
I didn't quite get it close enough to the hole to let her know what it's doing, but didn't need it.
That's Kaylee McGinty for a closing birdie and a 66. And she hadn't broken 70 until the second round last week at the ShopRite. 65, which is 6 under on that course, is Subin Ju. Goes by Alicia here in the States. Can she make that big jump? Okay. She waits. Let's go to 13. This is Danielle Kang.
What a beauty there. Leaves it below the hole on the left side.
Slightly uphill. Oh, I think she liked the way she stroked that.
Yeah, it did, Kay. It just fell out of the hole on the right side. It looked like she stayed in the putt nicely.
Up ahead, the third for So Mi Lee.